This is not what everybody else thinks. This is not what a lot of people believe. But for me, I feel like it's a perfect show. It had I have no season that there were some. I guess there were some episodes that were better than others, but as far as overall quality, I mean, even the way it ended. There are a lot of shows out there in the world that will end, and you're like, ah, man, that's what they're gonna give us with Seinfeld, and now that's what Lost and all that shit. Really, that's some dumb shit. But I'm sorry, Breaking Bad did not leave me thinking, oh, what the fuck? I mean, well, whether or not Walter White lived or died or got away, well, I mean, come on, did he have to? The way it panned out, the way it ended, to me was pitch perfect. I was not disappointed. This was not Dexter, which will never happen. There will never be a Dexter movie. Why? Because of that fucked up ending. And Dexter's gonna wake up in the cabin one day and be like, "No, fuck this tonight's tonight. I'm killing all my coworkers." Probably, but it would be a very boring movie. But this, whatever's going on. So the synopsis from the creators, and they're working on this. As far as what's out there, they're working on this right now. They snuck it by and got it greenlit. So it has to do with a character. That's all the synopsis is saying. Right now, it's dealing with a character who has been kidnapped, and I mean, what is that? And we're learning about like what that person's going through. So right off the bat, I mean, okay, so you got breaking news. You got Breaking Bad coming out with a movie. We're dealing with a character who was kidnapped. Okay, so the only show, I mean, only character on the show that comes to mind, like there were people who were held against their will a lot in this show, but the one that sticks out the most, spoiler alert, if you have not seen the Breaking Bad TV show, especially if you haven't finished it, spoiler, but if you haven't by now, it's your own fault. You've been warned. The only person that comes to mind is Jesse. Jesse was kidnapped at the end, and or even though Walter and Jesse were going through their thing, and they were fighting, and Jesse thinks Walter's against him, but Walter's thinking Jesse's a threat. He doesn't want to go 100% into the dark side, as he is Breaking Bad, as the title of the show tells us. And even though Walter has every reason to let Jesse go and let him die, he does not. He saves him, and pretty much it looks like he sacrifices himself. He loses everything. He loses his family, the money, everything. Everything. Has one last touching moment with his youngest, with his baby girl, after losing the wife, after losing his son, not to death, but just to hatred. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna see stole one last loving moment with his youngest, pretty much against the. I mean, because the innocence of a child. I'm sure if she already could understand what was going on, I'm pretty sure she would have turned her back on him too. But being at that age, it was very touching. It was kind of fitting. He it told a story. If his wife, his son, and his daughter were the embodiment of his soul, he lost the majority of it. With symbolized by his wife and his son, he lost the majority of it. The maturest part of it, the angriest part of it, he lost that. He lost it. That's gone. But he still had a small piece left, which was his daughter. He still had that, and he held on to it, and he nourished it. He stole it, and he took it, and he kept it, and he made sure to have one a goodbye, a final moment with him. That was a very, very good way. It worried me. I didn't know what he was gonna do. He was gonna just run off, but he did the right thing. He gave her back. Then he did the right thing with Jesse. So this movie is supposed to be dealing with a major character. I'm mad libbing a character in the world of Breaking Bad that's been kidnapped, and we're dealing with that. Okay, so what does that mean? I mean, so on Rotten Tomatoes, okay, so from Rotten Tomatoes on their Twitter feed, Breaking Bad, movie in the works from creator Vince Gilligan. The film tracks the escape of a kidnapped man and his quest for freedom. The only person I can think of is Jesse. Now, could they throw us for a loop? It could be a totally different person, a person we've never seen before. Yes. Could they make a Breaking Bad film in the Breaking Bad universe, not dealing with any of the Breaking Bad characters that we have seen or anybody from Better Call Saul? Yes, they could. Should they, in my opinion? No, they should not do that. No. No, 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 no. If I go through a whole Breaking Bad movie, it's like making a Dexter movie, no damn Dexter in there. You already got dumbass. I mean, I love you, bro. I mean, you already got Todd McFarlane crazy ass over there talking about. Well, I want to make a Spawn movie, and you're only gonna see Spawn in there for like 10 minutes. You're gonna make a whole movie. You're gonna call it Spawn, and you ain't gonna have any damn Spawn in it. So no, I don't think that's a smart thing to do. No, hell no, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. I mean, unless you dumb, don't do it. But it's possible. We could see a situation where none of the characters that we're familiar with are there, or all of them are there. This could be a continuation. I'm hoping for a continuation. I want to. I feel like he a snitch. I feel like he's gonna get arrested and he gonna flip on everything he knows and everything he's gone through and stuff. You think I'm bad? Well, what about these? Yeah, and then right there, look, Miss Hawkins. Hey, if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me. He needs to go down like Brown on New Jack City, man. That's what I feel like. Well, that's the final thing for Walter White. It should do. His daughter's is old. She's like 5, 6, 7 years old. And he's like, Daddy, what the hell, And son's all mad, I hate you, spit in his face and all that stuff. And wife telling him he was bad in bed and all that. I mean, well, that's possible. That's what I went through with my divorce. But, but I mean, that's what I just feel like that's the direction to go. I'm feeling like they should have like a trial and maybe I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe there'll be an escape. Maybe there'll be a big issue where he flips and he gets immunity. I mean, could you imagine that? Dude made the most potent, perfect crystal meth ever. It's so good. Maybe this is the thing that starts the zombie apocalypse. The chemicals in there is the reason why the zombies came out. Maybe Walter White himself is the reason that maybe that's what the title Breaking Bad means, right? In that AMC universe, and then we lead into that. Could you imagine? That'd be dumb. Let's not start that rumor because that's not gonna happen. But it's fun to have speculation. It's fun to speculate. So, what's the movie gonna be about? I don't know. I know a lot about a little about a lot of things. I don't know shit about this, but I'm excited about it. I'm hoping that they say they're gonna wrap up film and production by February. Hopefully, this will be out by the summer or the fall of next year. I don't see it as a unless it's supposed to be big action like a Sicario type thing. It could be big, but I think it'd be better if it was like towards November, fall, September, something like that. Break some records and as you're Breaking Bad, and just focus on the story, expand the story. I hope they don't go back. We got Better Call Saul for going backwards. We don't need to go backwards. We need to go forward. We need to expand, find out what's going to happen. It'll answer everything. I don't think it should have any. Well, damn. Then the question is, okay, well, what about Saul? Will they have Saul in there? I mean, because you're watching the TV show, then if you have the Breaking Bad movie, that means we already know how Saul is all going to end up, unless it just continues even further after that. Maybe Saul, that we've seen his silly ass sitting there with his disguise on and whatnot, maybe that's after the situations that happens in this movie. Maybe that's why he's where he's at right now. See, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to find out because there's so many ways that this could go, and it's very interesting. And I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that it's good. I just don't be bad. Be good. Don't be bad. And I mean, who knows?